Hey, best friends.
Welcome to the Bestie Advice podcast. Where we discuss all things relationships. One more time. Hey, everybody. It's your besties, Irene and Karen. We want to just welcome you to another episode of the Bestie Advice. Hey, besties.
Hey, y'all.
And this week we have two special guests on with us. We have Miss Tawana Porter and Mrs. Monica Beverly. They are our guests on this week. If you all can just welcome them in, and they're going to speak to you all as well.
Hi.
Hello. Hi.
And this episode or episodes of the Bestie Advice, we're going to be talking about friendships and more relationships. And Tawana and Monica are two of our dear friends. Tawana is a friend of mine. Monica is a friend of Irene, and we always talk about our besties. Everybody knows, everybody that tunes in knows that Irene is my bestie and I am hers. However, it's okay to have more than one friend. We always say, hey, if you got one friend, you're blessed. You got 2, 3, 4, double blessed, triple blessed.
That is a blessing.
So we have more friends, and we want to introduce them to you all and let you all come in just a little bit of our friendship world. Not gonna let too much, can't get in too much, but we're gonna let you all a little bit in on our history and how our friendship developed and some good hot topic conversation.
I'm excited about this conversation, Karen. I'm very happy that we're doing this. And so welcome, Monica, and welcome, Tawana. So let's start off. We're not going to start off too hot. We're going to let y'all warm into some of these questions we got. But before we dig into it, I do want myself and Karen to kind of talk about how we met you, Tawana, and how we met you, Monica. So Monica, you can spill, just give them just a little drop of tea about how me and you met. Just a little drop.
I actually don't remember that. Ain't that funny?
It's like we talked about this in Dallas. We trying to remember. It's like we've been knowing each other since we was kids.
I'm like, you've always been at the same church. I've always been at the same church, but somehow we just kind of came together. I think when we in the dance world, I think that's kind of where we first met each other. And I just, for the life of me, I can't say where, I can't say when. It's mind-boggling, but I'm like, yeah, we met, we know each other.
It was like, you know what? I remember that we met out south at 10.
Okay.
At you probably don't remember, but
okay.
So my dance ministry was there, and your dance ministry was there. And
okay.
Y'all know a little bit about me. I'm an introvert. Monica is an extrovert, right? Monica just started talking to me. So I was like, hey.
Did I? Girl, I don't know, girl.
Well, it was about 10 and graduation.
Like right, okay.
It was about Summit. And so So Eagles is a dance institute that's worldwide, for those of you that don't know. And Illinois has quite a few dancers on the South Side, on the West Side, and Central. And so Monica and I started dancing and become a part of Eagles, the Eagles network, right in its inception. So it was brand new to Illinois and us. And so by us being in Illinois, us headed in the same direction with dance, us with the same passion, we were both dance leaders. We never even formally introduced ourselves. It was like, that's Monica, that's Irene.
Right. Hey, girl. You stay out west, girl, and me too. And I think that's where it happened, because we were out south, but we stayed west. So yeah, that's why I think we it kind of quickly happened there, and it just took off from there.
It was quick, and I'm hard to warm up to.
They say that's me. See, they say that's me, but
they do say that's you. But you actually, Monica, was nice to me, because Monica considers herself like tough love, and she is kind of tough. But Monica's never been that way with me. I mean, Monica be cutting people up, baby. She will cut you up with her eyes. She's like, no, cut it out.
Rain, don't tell the secrets. Listen.
But she's never been that way with me. It's like actually we click. I think we're like yin and yang when it comes to like dance. Like we truly are yin and yang. So we can play good cop, bad cop, and she'll be like, you better tell him because
I'm gonna tell him.
I'm gonna tell him. And I remember asking Monica to come to 10 Northwest. And we really got closer as I was being elevated to being the leader, and I wanted Monica to co-lead with me. I was like, can't do this without you. I watched her with her own dance ministry from afar. I saw that she led her team with excellence, and I saw how she carried herself. And Monica's very, very generous with her talent, with her expertise, with even like with her money. Like I've watched her so into people. She's always concerned, and that's my heart, And so as long as you have an open heart, and I watch people and discern before I even try to connect with them. And so her spirit and her heart and her passion for dance, and then us being able to lead together. I never had to call.
I never even knew that.
I know. I never had to call and be like, hey, where you at? What are you doing? It's like, right. There, what you need? What are we doing for 10? Monica, you got to teach technique. Monica, I need you to do praise and worship. I need you. Okay, I got to collect the money. So you got to go dance. Okay, Monica, I'm going to lead the site, but you do the choreography. And it was she never gave me any, like, I'm not doing that. She was like, okay, what you need me to do. And I can work with people like that. And then even though her and I are both leaders, she always honored me as a leader. Like she never was disrespectful. And so we developed an organic friendship through dance. So dance is what we have in common, but we have other things in common as well. It just, I would say it just grew from dance.
Yeah.
Which you would kind of say that too, Mo, right?
Yeah, it definitely did. It was the vehicle. We both got in the car and then we drove. Where we got to, we ain't gotta tell nobody. But
right, we don't.
But yeah, because we just, most people develop and they just friends in that area. We kind of can dabble in everything and be comfortable with every aspect of each other's lives. So I think that's the good part. Some people you just have to keep, okay, I know what side of the fence to put you on, and I know what side of the fence to put you on, but some people they can just cross back and forth. And so I think that's the good part, when you definitely have somebody who can cross over to both sides and be what you need them to be. Hey, come on.
Right.
So I think that was probably the best part of us, because we can't actually like really pinpoint when we met, how we met. It just happened. So generally when stuff just happened, it makes it easy. It makes it easy. So that's the good part about, us.
Yeah. And I never shared this with you, Monica, but I appreciate when you came to me and said, hey, I want to start a business. What do I do? Every piece of advice I gave you, I mean, you was on like, I do this, I do that, I do this. Okay, you did it. You didn't give me like, trust me, Monica, people call me, my phone stay hopping. And I will spend hours with people just for them to do the opposite. And I'm thinking, why did you call me? I get paid good money to help people start their businesses, and you full of foolishness. And it was like, with you, Monica, you just took notes. I need to get what? I need to get QuickBooks. What do I need to do? I need to go to who? What's her name? Okay, I'm gonna do it. Okay, this is my logo. And it was like, you trusted, not only you trusted me with dance, but you trusted me with my skill set in business. And I was like, everything I told her, I said, Monica I told her to go to this person, do this. And then she did it. And now I'm watching your business flourish. Yeah. And it just makes me excited. I'm like, I'm so glad she wasn't one of them people that was like, I'm going to take all the advice that you have, but I'm going to do what I want to do. Because now your business is growing, and we'll talk about that. And you already thinking about, expanding your brand. And so I'm just happy to see that I was able to bless you with your vision, and even watching your vision expand even more. And so I never shared that with you, but that made me feel really good that you trusted me. So thank you for that, Monica.
Oh, thank you.
So let me ask you all a question. I know you all have said this, but I just want you to just say it again. When it comes to your relationship, do you believe that it happened naturally? So Irene and I are big advocates for organic relationships, not forced relationships, not somebody making you be friends, but things just happening naturally. Do you believe that that's how it was?
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
Yeah,
You,
because
you too, Irene. You too. You
yeah,
got
I
it.
was thinking about
Yeah,
that
I'm
because because Monica and I
wait a
we went out of
minute.
town last week, and I was thinking, and we had we talked about it. You know, we
Mhm.
really can't remember. It's like almost like we've always been friends. Like
Yeah.
we've always, like it was never like, "Hi, my name is Irene. My name is."
Right,
We didn't
right,
do that at
Yeah.
all.
right.
Yeah.
At all. You know, it was like we just started talking.
Yeah.
And exchanged numbers and just started talking from there. And the more we talked, and I don't even know how, I just knew she had a twin. Like it was just so, I didn't know. I'm like, why did I know she have a twin? You know, and even like meeting her twin is kind. You know, most twins are like, hey, we come in sets. You got to be friends with both of us. And our sister was very open to that. You know, I have my own relationship with her sister.
Mhm.
I was telling her, oh, your sister gave me some hair care tips. She was like, what?
What?
So,
She did what? Right. Like y'all talk?
I talked to her sister. I just texted her, you know, the other day, and they're both amazing people, but it was very, very organic. And so, like you said, Kirana and I are so big on not, you know, being forced. Because I'm gonna tell you, I always wonder when people try to be my friend, like, what is it that you want?
Right.
You know, what
Right.
I'm confused. Like, why are you trying to force this?
Yeah.
And I'm happy just sitting by myself or sitting with the one person. You know, if I'm in the mood, I will mingle, but I'm not a mingler. So it was very, very organic. And Monica can tell you that. Monica's she is an extrovert. Monica is very much so an extrovert where she can talk to people and discipline them and just met them. You know, I can't do it.
Listen, I love you, but don't do that no more.
So yeah, I think you're right. It's very organic.
Yeah.
So Kiran, how do you and Tawana meet? I would love to hear. Well, I know the story. Yeah, I know the story, but
look at me like you know.
I know the story how y'all met, but Kiran and Tawana, tell the peoples how y'all met.
It's funny because I said I was going to actually call Tawana before we had got on this call so we could get this story together. Because no, seriously.
I remember the story. You want me to start?
Okay, you go ahead and tell the story because I'm thinking it's two different places, but
so you and Monica, so Kiran, so you and Monica, see Tawana, we know we got the story about how we met. Kiran and Monica, they wrong for that. But go ahead, Tawana, girl, give us the tea.
But you still love us.
We love you.
Exactly.
Yeah, I'm sorry, man.
Absolutely still love you. So we met through a mutual friend. So I believe we went out to the movies one night. And then in Oak Park, we went to a restaurant in Oak Park next to down the street from the movie.
Oh, Bar Louis.
Yep, we went to Bar
Louis. See, I didn't think that was the first time. I don't know why I thought it was at somebody's church.
No, wait. No, wait.
Uh-oh.
See,
I remember. No, it was there. I don't know how we ended up at the movies. I think the Thompsons put it together and just said, hey, let's go hang out.
Yeah.
Right?
Okay. Yeah.
But
I do remember as far as going to the movies and to Bar Louis.
I think that's where it started at.
Okay.
I think that's where it started. And from there, because we met the Thompsons first, and then your other group of friends came.
The Winslows.
Yes. I don't know, but it was like 4 different couples there, and we all just jailed. It was a good night.
Yeah.
We had a really good night. I cannot tell you past that day how we started talking, I don't know when the numbers were exchanged. I don't know after that. I remember the first initial meeting, but I don't know what it's like after that we just clicked, and it was we started, like, I remember, fellowshipping with churches and different programs. going out to dinner and things like that, and talking on the phone until, fast forward to now where we go out and eat and we make lunch reservations and we're there to dinner time. So, and I'm like, people really don't believe it. Like, I'm like, I went to lunch today and we got there at about 11:30. Yeah, we left about 7. It was like, what? I'm like, yeah, we left about 7. Like, our conversations just bounce from like, church, family, kids, work, clothes, makeup, perfume, like whatever, people in a restaurant. I don't know. We just start, talking about a bunch of different things. So, but I don't know. But we got, we got really close and we just exchanged numbers and started talking.
And it's funny, don't know when the numbers were exchanged, but somewhere in there they were. Yes, and I can say too, as far as with our relationship, it actually started off as going out with couples, so husband and wives going together, and then it branched off. So in some relationships it might have started the other way, where the two women came together, two men came together, and then you kind of, the husbands come in, the wives come in, you go out as couples. Well, ours was the total opposite. We were hanging out as couples with our husbands, and then it's like, okay, we're gonna go out, husbands may go out, and it just kind of went on from there. I like to want to say, we'll get on the phone and it's like, I just call to tell you one thing. And that one thing, I'm gonna tell you this one more thing and I'm gonna let you go. So it could be hours on the phone, hours as far as sitting out, at dinner. No topic, and that's one thing I like about her. No topic is off limits with her. I trust her. I trust that what I say to her won't go back and won't get back to
that's
me.
Very important.
Or anything, like that or whatever. And I can say that she is 100% honest. She's honest with herself, and she'll be honest with you. Like, you asking me? Yeah, I'm asking you, or whatever. So she, and because she's honest with herself, I trust and believe that what she says to me, is coming from her heart, and that she's being honest with me.
That's good. So you guys would 100% say that your relationship developed organically, because hearing your story, you guys started out, in a group.
Yes, but absolutely.
Because I know we say this all the time, like sometimes when husbands and wives go out, one or the other might be friends, and the other one, like, you're cordial and you can hang out. But it seems like out of that group, you and her really developed a strong friendship outside of that group, and that happened organically.
Yes, absolutely.
Yeah, definitely.
So that's good. And so I have a question for Tawana and both Monica. So, both of us grouping said like it was very organic, how we, met. So let me ask you, Tawana, what was it about Kiran that drew you to her, that you knew you and her could be friends? Like, what was it about her?
It felt like home. Right? Like, for me, it's it was natural, it was organic, she was real, right? So I met her as a first lady, because at that time the mutual friend was a first lady as well. And she just wasn't the type of first ladies that I was used to meeting, right? She didn't have this, I'm the first lady, I'm untouchable type, it was just like, I'm real, like I can, talk to you, I can just be me. And love God, right? So it was just like her spirit, it was just so genuine and so just chill at the same time. So it was easy to embrace. It was just like, it was nothing to think about. And some people you go around, and I'm big on energy, right? Like when I first impressions, when I meet you, I can feel if something's off. I'm gonna speak to you, I'm gonna be cordial that day, but I don't know what's gonna happen after that. And to say, and to say the way that this happened, like I can't even say when we exchanged numbers. It happened. And so because of that, and the way that our relationship has flourished and has been flowing, it was like, it was just meant to be, right? And she she keeps me on track a lot, because I kind of Yeah, so it was meant to be, and I really do really appreciate like our friendship. So yeah.
Oh, that's good. Yeah, Kiran know how to keep you on track. Like, whew, that's that organizational spirit. So Monica, what about because again, you grew up in this church all your life, the same church. You had like a group of friends. So what was it about me that you thought, okay, I could be friends with this girl?
You know what? I don't, as crazy as it sounds, is when I see people or when I get connected to them, I don't think that. I think it just happens. I don't think, I wonder if I could be friends with her. I don't think
Yeah.
that. I think it just
Yeah.
kind of happens for me
Yeah.
because I mean, there are probably people who walk around looking for friends, but
Yeah.
I just don't think I ever really did that. I think part of the biggest part of it was because I grew up as a twin,
Yeah.
and I always had
You got
ain't
a
nobody
built-in
going
best
out, we
friend.
going
Yeah.
out. Ain't nobody doing
Yeah.
this, we doing this,
Yeah. Yeah.
So we was kind of always two peas in the pod. So I don't think I ever had to really look for and try hard to. Generally, when I become friends with people, it's just because it's meant to be, and it came easy.
Yeah.
Now, that don't mean that some of them don't get hard. But
true.
I think generally it came easy. And I think it's because we can just say this and be okay, say that and be okay. We never really bumped heads because we always kind of agree.
Yeah.
Like for pretty much 100% of the time, we kind of agree.
Yeah.
I'm just a little more tougher than you are. And I'd be like, Irene, if you don't go tell her to sit down,
That's
you
true.
don't tell her to get out your face. That be kind of me. So we kind of agree, but Irene be the nice one. I'd be like, how long I'm gonna sit here before I let you keep being nice? So no, I just think it kind of happened, and it was so easy. It was so easy. So
yeah, that's true.
Yeah, I like that, Monica. I'm sorry. Go ahead.
No, you're good. I was just agreeing.
I like what she said when she said it was easy, and I think that's important when it comes to developing relationships. It shouldn't be a fight. You coming in contact with that person like, oh my God, here he goes again. It should not be like that. You should want to be around the person. The conversation should just be able to just flow. And to me, that is a green flag. That's a thumbs up to say like, okay, this can really work when things just kind of flow.
Like a safe
yes,
place.
I like that.
Place. Yeah.
Yes, absolutely.
And I think it's true. Like you guys, each of us can say that we've been on the phone, for hours, and where I've done it with Kiran, I've done it with Monica, like, okay, I just want to talk about this one thing, or I just need to say this, and then
that's what it was supposed to be.
Never happened.
It never happened. Even like when me and Monica went out of town, we was up until like 4 a.m. It was just, but it was natural. It wasn't like she was forcing me, no, you're gonna sit up and talk to me, or I was gonna sit up and talk to her. It was just like,
I had to make her go to sleep. Listen, you go fall asleep on this couch like this. Let's just go to bed, okay?
I was, because I was like,
either her phone battery is on 2%, and she gonna talk till it zunk out. So
that's happened. So yeah, and I think that's easy. I like that. What I love about the conversation we're having is as Black women, as mothers, as wives, as friends, that the love is just positive. Everyone has kind of said the same thing. Everyone has a mutual admiration of each other. And I think that's very important. And like Kiran said, that's a green flag. So I believe me and Kiran started the red flag, green flag trend. I believe that.
Of course.
Social media.
Of course it was us.
Oh,
because we had 2 whole podcasts about red flags.
Yes.
So I do want to talk a little bit about red flags and friendships, just to get you and Monica to want to get you guys' opinion. And so Tawana, I'm going to ask you, this question, what's a red flag for you when it comes to friendships? what's a red flag?
So negativity, I try to take the high road in every situation, friendships, work, whatever. So negative, like I don't like negative talk. I don't like negative energy. I started going to therapy last year, and he kind of like, I always had this thing about energy, right? Because of the atmosphere that I was around for years. But he said to me, he said, every interaction that you have, there's an energy exchange, right? And if you're around people and you're just kind of relaxed and it feel like you're at home, those are people, right? But if you're around people and you know, your shoulder uptight, and you got to think about taking a deep breath and relaxing your shoulders, you know, kind of, you know, be mindful of the energy that those people are bringing. And so, yeah. And so for me, it's the energy, like the negative energy. Like I don't want to be around it at all. And sometimes you can't control it, but I try to set the temperature when I come in the room, right? And so when I'm around people, I'm like, if the energy is bad, I just kind of, you know, I shift really, really fast. I can't do it because it will really affect me, and I refuse to let somebody have that much control over me. So it's the energy for me. Yeah.
Okay, that's good. What about you, Monica? What's a red flag to you when it comes to relationships, friendships?
Wow, I think she just said it all pretty much. Um, setting the atmosphere, I think it changes when you come in because of who you are. I'm not the what do you call it? When you're going through something, pity party.
Yeah.
I'm not the pity party now. I understand life happens, and you know, you're there for that. You got that shoulder. Okay, he left you. Okay, yeah, I ain't gonna let you stay there too long. If you're my friend. So I'm not the pity party person. You know, I'm not gonna watch you do bad and okay, so yeah, it happened. So yeah, what's next? You know, it's like, what we doing? So generally, if I'm gonna change, like she said, I'm gonna change the atmosphere. Or I'm gonna say, hey, we gonna talk about something else now. So we can do that, or I can excuse myself from it. It's either, you know, like I already said, I'm tough love. I'ma say it, I'ma love you, and I'm still walking away, but like, hey, when you get it together, I'll be back. No, so that's kind of where I am. I'm not gonna be a part of, you know, foolishness. I'm just, you know, you just get to wise. You know, I want to say older because people get older and still don't. But when you get wise in certain instances and wonder, this is not worth my time. I think it's a few other things I could be giving my good energy to tonight.
Exactly.
And so that's kind of, you know, where I stand with it.
Okay, so I just want to ask a question, and it's kind of the same, but I just want to shift it just a little bit when it comes to the red flags. So what would be considered a deal breaker and that will cause you to sever or end a relationship?
I know, I think I already mentioned this before we talked about it. I mean, you know, the general just has always been, if you know, coming between my household, meaning anybody in it. But I think it's a line of respect all the way around the door. Absolutely. It's not like you can go on Facebook and blast me and then think we're gonna be cool because you said you were sorry. No, that's it.
Right.
All right. I'm gonna love you because I'm a Christian. I'm supposed to, and I'm gonna forgive you. But guess what? I ain't gotta be around you no more.
And you ain't gotta like them. The word said love them, not like.
Right,
love,
right. Just you know, I think that's the thing for me. I mean, besides the obvious, you know, don't come in between mine. You know, I think it's all around. It's respect in general because it just is what it is. And that's respect, and in general is respect. You know, you respect me for who I am. I respect you for who you are.
Absolutely. What about you, Tawana?
For me, and like, I'm just one of my real moments. For me, I always tell people I can do wishy or washy. I can't do them both. So I can't. So if you wishy and you stay wishy, let's go. If you washy and you stay washy, let's go. But when you start flipping on me, I can't. I'm gonna love you from over there. I can't do it. So and I have actually you know, fell back from relationships, friendships because of that. Because,
Yeah.
on Monday, you coming this way, on Tuesday, and I don't have the time and energy to try to figure out who you are. Like if you your first name on Monday, you your middle name on Tuesday, you your last name on Wednesday, you your nickname on Thursday. It's too much. So once you show me that you are wishy and washy, it's a fallback for me.
Right.
Yeah.
Be sure to join us for part 2 of this 3-part series all about friendships with Monica Beverly and Tawana Porter. Thanks for joining us today. See you next time.